Well, good morning to the 3rd of November, everyone. Going here on East Center Street. A look at a brand new development, senior housing project. You've not seen this one in months. It's where the old Montessori school was located. A couple other little properties next to it. They were all raised, and I got shots of that about a year ago or so. Made a little video out there of that. But I'm going to take a look at it today. I'll be right back. Of course, this light wasn't here just a couple years ago. Mustang Drive, right here. It's Portage Central High School's new back door, you can call it, but now it's one of their main entrances to the high school. And we're going to go back here a second before we go to that senior center and look at another senior center. Okay, this is the Portage Senior Center, and they also have a nice farmer's market back here and so forth, but they're going through some further development. And the center is right here. The Charles and Lynn Zhang Portage Community Senior Center. Pickleball courts in here, all kinds of things. That's just not the draw. There's much more. And of course, we know the Charles and Lynn Zhang name from the library up at Western as well. Well, they decided to expand, and so the senior center acquired the property here next door, and they're going through quite an expansion. More on this later. But we're going to go up the street here and take a look at the other development. Of course, this is right across from Portage City Hall. Be right back. There's the famous chicken coop. Been around decades, generations. A couple years ago, they were advertising for graduation 100 pieces of chicken for $99. Party pack. Pretty cool. So that's how we spell Center Street here in Portage. Running by Taco Bob's here. Now it's a hair salon. How do you like that? Well, Taco Bob, I think, moved. Okay, we're coming up on the site. We'll take a look at it from this direction for a second. It's called the Lakes at Portage. Nice sunset, a rise, I'm sorry, coming. Take another little look here. Just a couple of seconds. I'll be right back. It's a very, very nice facility. Of course, assisted living. We'll go up here and talk a couple of numbers. I'll be right back. Well, this is a nice little place to sit here for a second. The Veterans Memorial here at the edge of the cemetery. Right next door to the Portage Public Library, the Central Library there in the background. And looking at that new center back there, Trilogy Health Services, the ones that broke ground there, 2024, and it's a transitional senior living center. Cost a little over $14.5 million. 103 apartments, 87,000 square feet. It's going to provide the area here, 120 jobs. It has memory care. It has what they call to-let residents, age in place. And I thought that was very interesting, to age in place. They're going to have the memory care, to let the residents age in place within the community without them moving from one facility to another. They can age in place in just one community and have all the services right there. They'll have physical therapy, dining, a cafe, a pub, and a beauty parlor. There's also going to be, when I said a beauty parlor, a hair salon. There's going to be a pub and a parlor. Okay. And then, of course, an outdoor activity center. I bet there'll be some pickleball. Yep. So that's what they're doing. It's slated to open later in 26, and they're making very, very good headway on it. Of course, over here, the addition to the senior center, that's just over here on the other side of where we're sitting right now. Might be able to pop up here on top of the hill a little ways. A little better view of the library here. Now, right over here is where they're building the senior center, the addition to it. Yep, all central right here in the central city of Portage. Of course, the Portage bike trail starts right here. Get on the trail right there, and it'll take you back over across the street behind the band shell, behind the main fire station and city police and so forth, and then also all the way down to Loy Norix High School, several miles away. Very nice trail. I used to ride it and walk it when it was only 4.5 miles long. Right over here across the street is the empty and vacant lot. You can see the trucks going by it right there in front where the old Asian restaurant sat. Before that, it was Dick Lohr's Speed Shop, a famous Maverick, funny car, and so forth. And the city of Portage bought that a little while back, and now it's been raised just a couple of weeks ago, and they're going to make that into a green space associated with, of course, here's the city of Portage police department, courts, and so forth. Behind there is the band shell and a park and everything, and part of course, the Portage bike trail, and they're improving that. Alrighty, we'll be right back. Well, thanks again, folks, for coming along with me today on this little venture, seeing the new investments, wonderful investments here in the city of Portage. And I thank each and every one of you for coming along with me on my adventures. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Tell your friends and neighbors, and don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to Fast Eddie's Adventures. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Uh-oh. We're getting ready for the snow season. Leaf pickup. Definitely leaf pickup. All right. Have a great day.